the timing probably is not the best at all for anybody concerned that wants a conservative, and I understand that more than anybody else in this country, too. It pains me to be able to talk about these things, but if a man is guilty of these particular things that he has done, then this is the price, the public ridicule that he will have to pay, and anybody else that has done this before. It should not happen, and it did. If it did happen, which, folks, I'm telling you, it looks like this guy has done this repetitively, and most recently in the 2000s and 2009, with groping a girl's buttocks repeatedly. It just he can't stop it. Host Doug Lemon was on CNN grilling famed lawyer Gloria Allred, who was representing one of the accusers of Alabama Senate candidate Roy Moore on issues surrounding the evidence her client had presented, and some found her answers to be evasive and unsatisfactory. She's a lawyer. Of course, they're going to say that. She's a lawyer. Did Judge Moore preside over her divorce? Lemon asked. Was this just filing of papers? Clear this up for us. How much involvement did she have with him? What's going on here? He was referring to the case that Moore's lawyer brought up during a news conference that would dispute a claim by Beverly Young Nelson. We will answer any and all questions about the issue and any issue that they would like to bring up at the hearing, which should be held within 2 weeks, Allred responded. And if they do not have that hearing, then we'll go to Plan B. And I will say at the time that what Plan B is. So I'm not going to comment on that at this time. I will talk about the yearbook. It's a yearbook that apparently Roy Moore has signed. The signature right now is being examined, or is going to be examined by a third party to find out how old the ink is. If it goes back into the 1970s, they're going to validate to find out if this was Roy Moore's signature and that he was palling around with a teenager, having an inappropriate relationship with an underage minor. Just a theme here that's going on. Ivanka Trump, she's weighed in on this, and this thing is getting a lot of play on social media today, basically saying that there's a pretty hot place in hell for somebody that does something like this. And basically, how did she put it here? Here it is. She doesn't see a reason not to believe the accusations made against Alabama Senate candidate Roy Moore. The daughter of President Donald Trump currently serves as one of his senior advisors. Ivanka Trump spoke with the Associated Press about her push to include a higher child care tax credit for tax reform efforts, but she was also asked about the allegations that Moore had either sexual contact with teenage girls or tried to initiate romantic relationships with them nearly 40 years ago. And this is what Ivanka said. And here we go. You ready? There's a special place in hell for people who prey on children. Without mentioning Moore's name, she says, I've yet to see a valid explanation, and I have no reason to doubt the victim's accounts. Folks, Ivanka would know how bad this is for even Donald Trump, for the administration. These are not stupid people. Sean Hannity's not dumb. Bill O'Reilly's even seeing it. It's why most of the right has turned their backs. It has nothing to do with totally believing everything that the Washington Times or the Post has to say. This has to do with smelling, with the way it looks. And yes, there is damage control going on. That's obvious with the party. Yes. Whatever is left of the Republican Party, yes, they're going to try to salvage it as much as possible. What party would not do that? The Democrats would have done the same thing if this was Chuck Schumer, if it was any other Democrat. They would do the same thing and distance themselves from it if that was the accusation. Or accusation, should I say. and mounting. What else can a party do? I wish to God it did not look so damning against Roy Moore, but he is in damage control mode, as well as the party has distanced themselves. It's not just the money thing. A lot of people say, whoa, what if he gets in? Doesn't mean a whole lot because he'd be an ineffective senator. Is this the kind of cloud that we actually need him to follow into Washington? This is what we need? This is just the exact fodder the Democrats need. But would it be better just to have somebody that would not have these particular things in the position, that doesn't hold the agenda of Donald Trump, and just let him in anyways? Wink, wink. Listen, it's very dodgy, as the English say. This is not a beautiful thing. It's not a proud day for anybody that's concerned about getting the conservative agenda done, what we voted Donald Trump to be able to get done, and now we're going to have ineffectual senator that could be seated. Nobody's going to take this guy seriously. Nobody's going to trust this guy because of the shroud that he's in, and I don't think the Democrats are going to back down, but I don't think the Republicans are going to back down either to allow this to happen. There has to be some decency into the position. Let's not lower the bar because we're desperate for a seat. Things will work out. And I believe how we handle this, how the Republicans handle it, is being viewed on all sides of the equation. And Ivanka being right there with Donald Trump. Donald Trump hasn't spoken out, but Ivanka has. And that is powerful in itself for a woman to be able to defend the other women that have come out. Very strong. You don't think that ABC, CBS, and all the CNN, and they are praising her for this? Feminist groups standing up for Ivanka Trump because she's defending the accusers? Now, there's others that are very concerned about this road, believing that this is going to be the play of the Democrats from now on, moving forward, for any strong conservative, any real conservative, that they're just going to plant people that are going to say that somebody did something that they didn't do. There's a lot more evidence than just a few women. And more evidence is coming out seemingly by the hour about Roy Moore and his antics in town. It's been verified the mall banned him, in Alabama, banned Roy Moore. Like Lindsey Graham said, do you know anybody that's been banned from a mall for hanging out with minor children, for harassing children? There were multiple complaints. They don't just ban somebody from a business because they did nothing wrong. Think about it, folks. Think about it. Not a good day for Roy Moore, that's for sure. Damage control all the way around. Folks, I'm just praying that the truth will come out no matter what. Let the truth set you free. We're going to be back with more For the People live across America right after this.
It's unlike anything you've ever been through in your life, man. I was driving. This kid threw a grenade at us. It went right over our vehicle. It was 12 years old.
The shockwave went through my head, rattled up my brain, and left.
Danger is around you 360 degrees at all times, and you can't unlearn that.
It's impossible to describe the sacrifices these men and women have made to protect our freedoms. And the job of rebuilding their lives is massive and growing every day. Many will need the programs offered by the Wounded Warrior Project for years to come.
I didn't know what PTSD was. All I knew was I was having nightmares. And when I got released, my reintegration was go check in at the VA, man.
My first coping mechanism was use drugs. Just numb it. Don't feel anything.
I was angry. I'm trying to pull myself out of that right now.
Your gift today of $19 per month will honor and empower these veterans so they can aid and assist each other.
The Wounded Warrior Project is a life raft
I can say this without question that I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for it.
Women Wear Project is the first step, getting back out into the world and reforming yourself outside of the service.
Call or go online with a pledge of $19 a month. You'll receive this Wounded Warrior Project blanket, and your gift will provide critically needed programs that rebuild lives.
That was my first feeling of actually being a part of something bigger than myself again.
Well, I lost a few really close friends overseas, and if I quit, I'm going to let them down, and I'm not about to do that.
I'm learning to face my fears head on, to trust and see what happens at the end.
It's a long process, but I had the drive and desire.
Please, call or go online with your gift right now.
For the People is there.
Your American Heritage. Her real name was Mary Hayes, the wife of John Hayes of the 7th Pennsylvania Regiment. And on that steamy New Jersey June day in 1778, she stood by John as he stoked the cannons and fired into the British ranks at the Battle of Monmouth. To help the exhausted gunners, Mary began bringing them pitchers of water as British shells fell around her. And the grateful soldiers nicknamed her Molly Pitcher, and so has her name become forever enshrined in our history. This has been Don Keyes with a cameo of Molly Pitcher on Your American Heritage.
Your American Heritage can be heard Monday through Friday right here on this station, brought to you by For the People.
Introducing the official For the People coffee mug, featuring the colorful red, white, and blue For the People logo with Keith Allen on a ceramic 11-ounce coffee mug, perfect for any hot beverage of your choice. This mug is a great reminder of what we stand for: God, country, and family, with conservative values and good old-fashioned common sense. To order your For the People coffee mug, pay just $20 plus $3.99 shipping and handling at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. And enjoy.
It's 6 a.m. 40 million Americans are waking up to a Gillette shave. And at our factory in Boston, 1,200 workers are starting their day building on over 100 years of heritage, craftsmanship, and innovation. Today, we're bringing you America's #1 shave at lower prices every day, putting money back in the pockets of millions of Americans. As one of those workers, I'm proud to bring you Gillette quality for less, because nobody can beat the men and women of Gillette. Gillette, the best a man can get.
I am Keith Allen for an app that I found that I am absolutely crazy about. It's called 123 Ready TV. Now, what is this app? This is not a game. This is an entertainment portal. It allows you to watch the movies that are already in the box office, the ones that you would actually go and pay for. Yes, you pay for this one time, $19.99, and it's yours for life. It allows you to watch the latest movies that are at the box office and used to be. Tens of thousands of titles of everything you can imagine in high definition. No commercials. All your movies, all your television shows, all your sports, all the weather that you could possibly stand in one convenient place. It's called 123 Ready TV. It's available exclusively at forthepeopleshow.com. Get yours. Available for Windows and Android devices. At forthepeopleshow.com, get yours and get set to be entertained. With all the choices out there to enjoy some entertainment, wouldn't it just be nice to have something that didn't cost an arm or a leg? I found something that does just that. It's called 123 Ready TV. It's one of the most remarkable apps available to start watching all of those movies and TV shows for one incredible price, just $19.99. And that's a one-time only price. Recap: all your movies, current and classic, and sports and news, and so much more. So cut the cable and stop spending money at the movies when you can truly have it all at your fingertips. No commercials, just all the entertainment you desire. 123 Ready TV is available for Windows and all Android devices. Get your 123 Ready TV for just $19.99 at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. Just click on the store page to get yours now and start enjoying entertainment the way it was supposed to be. Fun. Your daily infusion of common sense is found daily right here